I'm here. I'm here with Adrian Anderson, and we're going to be discussing about her son who was murdered on September 21st, 2013. Her son's name is also Adrian Anderson, and he was 23 years old when he was murdered in Long Branch, New Jersey. I'm here because it's something that Mrs. Anderson really wanted to talk about, and the loss of her son, and how she feels about what went on and how things turned out. So, Mrs. Anderson, would you please give us a short on what happened to your son?
Yes. Excuse me. He went to a fundraiser party at the I Emma in West End the evening of September 21st. 20th, for two brothers that had been killed. Afterwards, he left and went to his aunt's house on Liberty Street to check on her because she was disabled. And upon arriving there, he found people loitering on her porch inside of her fence, private property. He tried to get them to disperse. I was told that he was told to go to the back of the house where he would be getting jumped, but he didn't go, so they proceeded to jump him in the front of the house. At first they said it was 3 people that jumped him, but when all was said and done, it came out that it was 12 people that supposedly jumped him. But they said when they finished jumping him and he got up, that he laid them all out. The cops were called more than one time to disperse, but they kept coming back. The last time they went in the huddle, and then somebody came up from behind the house and opened fire close range, shooting him multiple times. They said the air was very thick with smoke. There were no exit wounds. Majority of his major organs were hit, and the aorta, something that he couldn't have survived. Only by the grace of God would he have survived, but he didn't make it. His brother was there, his father was there, a bunch of people, and they took him to Jersey Shore University Hospital, where he was pronounced deceased that morning, September 21st.
Okay. I know that the police had came to the scene several times.
Yes.
Why do you think that it took so long for the police to get a handle on this situation? And do you feel that they could have did a better job, and maybe your son will be here today?
Yes, I really do, because first of all, with it being private property and fenced in, they should have left. They shouldn't have been allowed to hang on there, but there have been that type of activity going on over there for years, and Mrs. Lohman is in the house disabled, Adrian's aunt. So she's not coming out and she's not checking anything, and they're just out there doing their own thing. The cops knew that there was a fight going on, and it kept going on. You were supposed to disperse it completely, kill it out the first time. There wouldn't have been a murder had they done their job properly. Had it been any other neighborhood, it would have been dispersed and knocked out, but that particular place, and it had been being allowed by the police because they knew of the activity that was going on for years in the first place. And you could just ride by there any common day And you could just feel the negativity in the air of the different people carousing around the porch, inside the yard, coming and going. It just never felt good. Yes, I believe so, because I was told by a bystander that a person called the police and was told that not to call them again unless there was a body. Now, how true that is, I don't know, because I wasn't there, but nothing got happened until there was a body. So if you're called 2 to 3 times to disperse the same fight in the same area with the same people that could have been stamped out the first time, there is a major problem with that, because a life could have been saved. He was young, he didn't deserve what he got, and the gang violence in Long Branch had gotten far out of hand long enough. It's just a distraction for the politicians and them to do whatever they want to do in Long Branch and distract the people, so that when they're finished doing whatever they're doing and the people that are doing the distraction look up and see there's all these changes and there's nothing that you can do because you was too busy causing the distraction, and there's no changes that can be made, and we allow this type of stuff to go on. I'm born and raised in Long Branch. I didn't grow up with no gangs and any of this. We had recreation, we had fun, we had love, we loved one another. We might have fought, but we were friends. We wasn't trying to hurt anybody. We wasn't trying to maim anybody. The streets are all torn and broken down, and there's nothing for our children in Long Branch. Long Branch is not the place that it used to be in its glory, in its heyday. I was a little black girl growing up, but I thought I had the world. I didn't want for anything. The days were beautiful. The courts, if you want to call them the villages or whatever that you want to call them, that we came up in, they weren't run down. Families were respected. We was a village that raised one another. It was as if all the children was raised in one household with all the parents, but everybody had the right to chastise each other's children. If I was out doing something wrong and an adult saw me doing something wrong, the adult chastised me, told my mother, and when I got home, then my mother chastised me, because she knew that she raised me right. And it's an embarrassment for someone else to have to be chastising you when she did her job right. These parents are trying to be their children's friends. They're scared of the children. The gangs are taking over. They're trying to rep the gangs and everything. You're not growing up. Your child is telling you what to do, threatening you, beating you. And I don't know that life, and I didn't teach my sons that life. I didn't raise them to be like that. I raised my sons not to be intimidated, not to run to a fight, not to start a fight, but if anybody put their hands on them, to finish the fight. You don't follow anybody. You are a leader. They didn't need a gang. So they didn't like him for those reasons also.